Hello everyone, I'm back here. Far too late, of course, but I have to admit I'm pretty destroyed, so from this regard, it's a wonder that I'm even here, but I already watched it, and let's watch it again together really quick. So, we have, I know, some content here on the channel, I would assume. So, the Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree trailer just dropped, and it is kind of interesting, I have to admit. Most interesting, though, is the release date of it. So let's just look into it really fast.
Peggy 16.
And yeah, we talk a little bit about maybe some details here and there. Let's see what I can do. So yeah, it's the beginning. Right, I like that at the beginning they right away confirm
love to shrive clean the hearts of men.
That it is in the Temple of Mok where we see Miquella's hand, or whatever is left of that. We can activate subtitles instead. This looks pretty cool already. And the release date is not a surprise. Like, they said in an interview it would be quite late. There was a rune. Some new NPC dudes.
A lot of your fellows. They are true faithful.
This might be interesting, the painting. People will start clue hunting for that.
They just happen to be on the losing side of a war.
It looks like a... Like, it's an interesting detail. Like, they only need like 3 or 4 new bosses or something like this. They also need some bosses in the world. This looks like a potential boss fight. Another grafted thing.
Mother, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
This is a double fight set? Was this Roderica? Or was this, I don't know, another NPC? So many questions, chat. And of course the, it's also the question I have. What is Miquella doing there? You dancing dude? It looks kind of funny in my opinion. Something, I don't know. It looks also painful. This dude also has a snake, if I see this right. Is it a snake?
Come now.
So maybe it has to do with Rykard.
And travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Yeah, but now the most interesting part of all of this, the release date. Shadow of the Erdtree. It is Miquella. Pretty sure about that. And kind of interesting. 21st of June. That's relatively far off. Here we have... Is the browser... Don't do this to me. Do we have a name for this particular person here? That's definitely something I'm curious about. Hardcover book. No name edited. Our statue of Mesmer the Impaler. 46 centimeter. So they even have like a collector's edition of all of this. Kind of interesting for a lot of people, I would assume. We can see maybe the details better. Okay, there are even 2 snakes with this guy. Very curious how that will be. Erdtree. So Mesmer the Impaler. 21st of June is relatively far off. It is from now on exactly 4 months until it comes out. So quite a long time, to be honest. I would definitely say that is at least kind of surprising that this is the case. But on the other side, we had this news article. We discussed this in another video here on this channel. That to get the stuff here. Another article on this channel that that basically that the DLC is still quite a bit off. So I wasn't. It's not too surprising that it's June, but I hope it would be earlier, maybe May or maybe even April or something. But yeah, well, then it's in summer this year, so we have some time. We can now relax. I think the Elden Ring activity will slowly increase again till that time, for sure. On this channel, it already has. What's maybe also interesting is, and what it says down here in this particular thing here, is this thing here. So pre-order Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. You can do this. Bandai Namco. Okay. Bandai Namco Entertainment. For a moment, I read BNet. So, is this coming to Battle.net or what? Whatever. A place obscured by the Erdtree, where the goddess Marika first set foot. So that is maybe also we get some more background information of what Marika's doing and stuff. So very interesting for sure. And the land purged in an unsung battle set ablaze by Mesmer's flames. So this is the Mesmer the Impaler. Well, fitting name, I guess. And yeah, it seems to do has with this dude. Who this guy is exactly, what he has to do, who knows. I just find interesting that he also has a snake stuff going on, like maybe Rykard. He also, I mean, it was a very specific snake in Rykard's case, but who knows. And it was in this land, to this land, Miquella departed, divesting himself of his flesh, his strength, his lineage, of all things golden. So it seems like they want to leave the whole golden lineage stuff behind. Even his body, which we still see in this cocoon at the beginning scene here. Let's look into it again.
16.
Because why not? Also funny, the Peggy 16 guy who spoke these lines recently made like a video or something. It was an article popping up.
To shrive clean the hearts of men.
He wields love to shrive the hearts of men. Yeah, he does something with love. Disgusting. More terrifying. Love it. Oh, you can't see it. One moment. Maybe pause here at times. So where could this place be, chat? Eventually something of its own, chat. Sorry, I need to sleep, chat. Really, I'm at the end of my abilities here. It looks pretty nice, to be honest. This part, I don't recognize it really. So I assume it's a whole new area place thing, wherever it will be on the map. Come on. That's a tower. Like these trees there in the background and up here on the cliff, that looks a little bit like Aelid. But probably that's just me imagining things. This little place, like this place we definitely don't know. At least I don't remember all these gravestones. We have a little town. Like we also see in the snow area in the game. Kind of interesting. Look, there's something green. Here's the Erdtree. Maybe it is behind the Erdtree. I'm not very curious how this will be. Like, if we look at the Elden Ring map, I mean, it is called the Shadow of the Erdtree. So maybe this gigantic thing there is something behind. We would have to look at the map for this to really make sense, to be honest, but usually in the Shadow of the Erdtree there's ocean or something. I assume this is after it burned down, so maybe it's another state of it or so. Who knows? This doesn't at least look like the Atlas area. So just from... How can we do this, chat? Don't want to mess with that stuff. Let me just think. So we have something here of a distant value here for this particular stream. I'm a bit sorry that my mind is just not fully booted yet. Let me just start Elden Ring for a moment. I'm very curious about if this is the Erdtree, this gigantic thing. What happens if we fly past the Erdtree? Maybe there's something you can see. I never checked that. Let's create a new game. It's just started the game normally. Not sure if that's a mistake or not. We start with the samurai. Test. It's a good name for a samurai. Keepsake. Golden seed, always appreciated. Detailed. Stone sword key. Let's create a character really quick. Then, first of all, we need to die really quick. So see, that if you start the game normally without the mod engine thing, engine mod, auto engine, the engine mod thing, then it also looks normal, which is kind of nice. We have to die really fast. I forgot where you trigger this particular boss fight. I think this gravestone here. Funny. Do a sound check. I hope the sound is good, chat. Oh yeah, this, by the way, I forgot this boss fight down there, chat. In the randomizer. We never checked that one. Problem is, though, how do we get there? That's the problem I think we have. We just take on fire just in case we ever do something with this character. Probably not. Okay, we have it in a moment, chat. Don't worry. We got this. So there's the Erdtree. We're in Limgrave and stuff. Yeah, here, online item stuff. I want that. Small golden F. Ah, Elden Ring. I like to see what is definitely noticeable is that the tone of the game definitely is quite a bit different than it was before. We need the horse first, chat. This takes a moment. I mean, you could just already fly there, but maybe the horse is better because it's faster. Oh look, a normal item that I would expect to be found here.
And I can also that you're not then why I am Carl. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. You have to rest at least one time, I'm not sure. Okay, we have to get the let's get the horse really quick, just in case. Wait. My mistake, chat, sorry. Did it again, chat, I'm too stupid. This is the button I was looking for. This chat, the enemies are normal again. The damage is also abysmally low. How sweet Yuchi is. He's actually pretty good. Pretty nice that the randomizer can be deactivated with you don't start it over the program. Unfortunately, I don't have a prepared character for this. I would have to get my old save state back, but I don't want to mess with my save states yet. So we do this stuff here. I love maps. Okay, this should give us access to the spectral steed. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Skip the cutscene.
Have you heard? They sir, but you. I can play the turning to aid you. You need go to the foot of the Erdtree.
Erdtree.
Then
Accept.
Summon me. Ah, I bequeath. Use it. It will sound torrent. Treat him with.
My flask. Limgrave. Oh, I don't have it equipped yet. This comes here. This comes here. This is right. Yes, that's right. Okay, we get another seat. Like the sound of the horn. We will soon be there. Let's get this here. This is this missing stone and a rune. That's nice to get. Missing stone 1. Isn't here the lightning going up here somewhere, chat? I think it's here. No. I forgot where it was. Okay, I think we got everything. We could even talk to Roderico really quick.
Only to have, did you know? It's quite a... And heading to entice, well, that, but I don't have... It's scared. I want on nothing. Can you take... And it'll be glad... Oh, tell them I'm trying to get...
Why did we get the...
Me, a chrysalid.
No, that is not my intention. Is it one high? I could swear it was down here. But yeah, we could also talk to Runny really quick. Get another seat, whatever. We go to the Church of Ella, there we can talk with Runny really quick.
This way, tarnished. May I have... I am the will. I'd heard tanned upon the talk thou art but call for. I was entrusted by torrents. 'Tis a bell for call summon the spirits. Now it is that. I doubt we... How long will before the time?
Okay. And now we just need to... what is the highest point? I mean, over there, that's definitely a higher point. In direct comparison, chat. At least high enough. Just out of curiosity, I swear it was somewhere down. Maybe it's one more down. There's the back of the dude. Maybe we need to get one more down. I could swear it was here in this field or something where the lightning suddenly starts hitting the ground. Hey. Here it is, I think, in this. We got Runny, we are relatively high. Interesting, still no sign of the lightning strike field. I'm not sure what causes it, I could swear it was here. Somewhere. But whatever, it doesn't matter too much. Next thing we need to do is to actually get to places. Okay, chat. I know it takes long. I'm just starting a let's play here, but let us see. How to do this, chat. Just takes a moment. It was the beginning of Elden Ring and fast forward, kind of. We start with the practice tool. Going to the game. Now we fly around. That's basically what I planned. I'm not sure if how well it will work, though. I'm not sure how high I have to get for this to work. We can even get a bit higher. I need height for this. Where even is the Erdtree, chat? From here we have to go roundabout in this direction, I would say. So we go here, we activate no death and press 5 for no gravity. We also make no collision. Maybe we will need collision actually. That's also why I got torrent, by the way. Because this could otherwise take a moment or two. Oh, Slashiers, welcome. We're currently trying to use the practice tool to get to the Erdtree really quick. Because I'm actually curious what we might find behind the Erdtree. Not sure though if I'm high enough for that. This has a collision, interestingly. Look at this. Careful that I don't get down. And we need a slope or something to get higher, I think. Yeah, there's the Erdtree. We found it. That's where we need to go. The problem is this is far too high. I'm not 100% sure if I'm moving forward still. I think I do. So yeah, we're currently... We watched the trailer, we watch it again in a moment. That depends on how long the riding part here takes, to be honest. Now this is... Atlas Plateau is just insanely high. We have the option of also of no collision. I could have tried to hit this tower there to get a bit more height. It's kind of interesting if you ride, you notice how far these things are away and how big they must be. The question though is if the tower is high enough. I hope this Slashios, I hope this sound is okay. Is there anything weird sound-wise? No, right? I didn't do a sound check today. I'm still a bit destroyed. Was the guy in the trailer with the red hair Mikkeller? What do you think? No, I think the golden hair person was the Mikkeller dude. It's okay, awesome. So my plan currently is to use this slope over there to get a bit of height. I assume it's with the no gravity mod. I'm not even sure if I hit it, to be honest. It's the same as with the torrent airwalk bug in the release version. I'm not sure though. Have we collision activated? We have collision activated. I mean, I'm an idiot, chat. We can actually, well, we can try it. I have collision activated, so this thing has actually simply no collision. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay, but there's another trick. I can just press this button to get altitude. I forgot about that feature in the practice tool, which is, as you can imagine, very practical. So this is the Erdtree, and my question is now, if we see the Erdtree, what, like what potential places exist that could be where the DLC will be. That's basically what I'm currently trying out, in case people wonder. Because down here there's always water. I mean, they could just remove a bunch of water for that. Okay, we should have enough altitude now. Unfortunately, it takes a bit. Oh, I forgot. I'm so stupid, chat. We can just be faster. We can just increase the speed of the game really quick. I forgot about this feature. Pretty awesome feature. If you ever want to get to the capital fast, that's a way to do that. You have to see how massive this freaking tree is. No, the map is still open. This is where the tree is, chat. I would say it must be north of it. There's also a button to get down. I think this is the down button. Oh, we might die here, chat. What can I do to not die, chat? Okay, it was not smart, chat. I admit that. Yeah, what is north of the Erdtree, though? Forgot to save the position up there. Not smart. Oh, I have to walk this again, chat. Well, it doesn't matter. No gravity. I have to fly up. Increase the game speed. I have to do this again, chat. I'm so sorry. Promise the viewing conditions weren't great to fly. So this one tower we have seen there, do you think that has maybe something to do with the DLC? No, it has not. It's simply not loaded. This tower here also is not loaded, that's why it has no collision. I think you can get there to the tower, right, chat? This tower is actually accessible. This is Khaled here, in case people wonder what is this place. And currently everything is not loaded. Okay, chat, we have a problem, I would say. Our character just died. The funny thing is we can't die. Okay, this brings us a few problems. Not sure what hit us there in the air. Maybe if we rest here at the bonfire, we can undo our issue here. Let's see if it works, chat. Else we have to.
Forgive me. To determine if you had... It seems torrent, whereas I may... There is, but I can take gathering. Very well. Let my hand...
At least we have the round table hold. I think we broke the game. Don't ask me how I come up with this idea, but I think we did something that kind of broke the game. Not sure what happened there. At least this load here helped us to regain our stuff. But here we have at least a bonfire here. But it's interesting, isn't it? Like around this massive Erdtree, wherever it is, that is. There seems to be not much stuff going on. So if I go up all the way. Like we only have Kaled here. This is the beast place. This is the fire giant. So the only places left for... Oh. I assume some dude in the far off distance. I should give myself infinite consumables. Shot us, I think, out of the air. And this kind of forced the game to... Who's shooting arrows at me, chat? This is the... I know who it is. This is the annoying golem dude. Like, what is wrong with the golem dude? This character will be so bogged. So here is the fire giant dude. This here is also consecrated snowfields, right? Yes, another tower. This is, I think, the Tower of Morgoth. If I'm seeing this right. It's a bit surprising. We don't get like... Could save the position though. The question is, will this thing start... we'll get a collision, or we try it out. We won't get a collision. But... Unfortunate. This thing doesn't load for whatever. Not sure why these towers. Maybe I think the reason why it doesn't load is we have to enter them from below, for these things for the loading to work. The problem is if you get into this falling state, you will always kind of die. It's an interesting fact I didn't know. At least we have a bonfire here that's a bit closer to the Erdtree than everything else. But yeah, I think either this land is maybe far off the map, like somewhere here where it's now ocean or something. Maybe it's a parallel dimension or something. That's also a possibility, I think. But just when it comes to the space around this particular Erdtree here, it really seems like there aren't that many options you have to place it. I mean, it's massive, to be fair. Here we only have, like I said, the land, the snow area, and at the borders of the snow area, there's just a ton of ocean stuff. Like you see, there's only water down here. Looks pretty cool, to be honest. Not even sure. There's the fire giant. So this gigantic soup bowl here. There's a death zone, of course there is. Oh, we are still alive, that's funny. This bonfire is not usable yet, that's funny. Oh god, for real. Yeah, do you know what the worst is? That we are now here and I have to go back up there. Why does the game hate us so much? What could we do? Okay, maybe we have to really get to Lyondell quick. Because we need a horse. For a moment I was... Okay, I forgot to do this. Maybe because the game speed is too fast. Ah, so stupid that we didn't die. Lyondell. Because Lyondell is simply closer for us. I need a place where I can rest really quick. I mean, you can enter Lyondell. There's one place in Lyondell where you can get early through the Belfries. Freeze is the pronunciation. Always have to think about that. Maybe that's also the reason why I couldn't use a bonfire, because the game speed, definitely a possibility. Only have to find where the place was. I'm not 100% sure about that anymore. The problem is now the game thinks we are still walking. In a walking state. If we're in a falling state, we die at some point, even though we in theory can't die. That's definitely a thing. Ah, here's the place I was looking for. Higher. hit that again, chat. Oh no. The problem, I think the problem is entering these places is definitely the loading. Ah, chat, that's so unfortunate. The game is, turns out the game is not made for this kind of stuff. Oh no. I have to find a place where I can land. Usually I think I would say it's terrain. The terrain has a collision at some point. Always. I always also forget to... Maybe the speed could also be a reason why it doesn't work. I'm not sure yet. We have to find terrain where to land on really quick. Usually terrain is what's working. Because then we don't need to walk that long anymore. Oh, so we found ourselves a fan. We are actually in combat. Cool. And could have to do with the game speed that this here doesn't really work. Try to avoid the fire giant place. Just find a place where we can land on really quick. The forbidden lands, cool. So slow all of a sudden, chat. Finally. Hope here's a bonfire somewhere. I forgot where it was. We don't have to walk 5,000 kilometers every time. It's funny, Shiburi is here. Okay. And now we can maybe move a little bit better around. Sorry for the inconvenience, chat. Because we're now closer to the Erdtree. It might have to do with us. Oh. It might have to do with us not having the collision we need. But you see, if here we can see it now pretty well, I think. There is some stuff here below us, maybe death zone and stuff like that. There are the it's basically the wall of the capital. Here you can see it. Like here is nothing. So I could imagine maybe this is the DLC area. Let's say we go here. Just have to go down now. And hope that we don't hit some obscure death zone here somewhere. Now here's currently water. So that's maybe what they might do here, chat. I think in theory if we put on no collision we can maybe even look below the water. Bit worried? Yeah, we can. It's also funny, you can see the Erdtree, how far it goes down. Here it ends. But yeah. Here is under the water, of course. There is, like, I mean, it's interesting that they made even the effort for it. That below the water surface there is even something. Here's this thing you see from Farum Azula. Interestingly enough, I don't see Farum Azula. Which should be here somewhere, chat. But you can definitely see this waterfall here. You can see. So, if I would have to make a guess, I could imagine that they maybe use this land here And then you still have the Erdtree. It must be further away than this. I mean, we have a lot of space here. Not sure where Farum Azula starts. Now you see this gigantic waterfall from this particular area, which I always wondered why it exists, because you can see it from Farum Azula, as said. I wouldn't say it's an odd design choice, but it's just noteworthy that it's there. This is Kaled over there. Here we would have the Tree of the Giant stuff. I mean, they definitely have some space here. Not like spaciest problem or anything. Okay, chat. Do you remember that on this map they have these ships? There's a sunken ship here, actually. I did not know that. This is Redan, and this is Castle Redmane. Chat, I need a map. Well, we're too far out. Farum Azula should be, like I said, somewhere here in this general direction. But there's actually a ship here. That kind of surprises me. I mean, Farum Azula is fairly high up in the air. It's kind of, isn't it strange that we can't see it? But I like that this detail that there's really a ship wreckage there. Maybe we saw it before? I'm not sure. Another option would be north of this particular area. Strange, isn't it? Well, Farum Azula is not a physical location on the map. It needs to be loaded in when you get teleported there or something like that. If that is the case, they can move it wherever. Kind of. Can you teleport with this? Warp to Grace. Crumbling Farum Azula. Church. Oh, it's not a category. Dragon Temple Warp. It's the only point I know out of my head how it's named. That would be the Erdtree. I didn't hit it, chat. That's so unfortunate. The unfortunate part is to walk. But yeah, here you see that the waterfall I was mentioning down there. Here's some land left that maybe could be used. Like this could be just expanded. Maybe they make it that you can see it from Farum Azula. Maybe it's below there. They definitely have some space here. But you also need still some distance for it, I feel. Let me just make this a bit faster. Okay, these stones have, at least here in this mode, no collision. We can also look at these dragons here. I never did this as well. Ever in case. Okay, they're relatively detailed, to be honest. So yeah, this would be still an option from this perspective. But I would imagine that this place here might be further north, kind of. Yeah, this is where Farum Azula is. Very strange. Maybe it wasn't loaded in previously. It's a possibility. Maybe it only loads in when you have it unlocked or something. Because now I can also see it. Oh. Now we see the thing here. Unfortunately not, we are slower than with Torrent. Yeah, it seems like something's going on now because of... I mean, you're not supposed to leave the area like that. Camera is not the hugest fan of this in particular. What is this land here? I think this you can't enter. Maybe this is where the DLC area could also be. Like it's just north of the snowfield. I mean, in theory, there's nothing here. I think you can't reach this particular area. We could go to the soup ball again to get it. Can we use a horse here? I'm not sure even. I think. It's not loaded now. Yeah, that might be the reason. We have the problem that it's not loaded. It might be due to having been in Farum Azula. How could we do this, chat? I think the easiest is to go to the ruins back and then fly from here. This is not the trailer. Yeah, we're currently checking out where in the trailer Like we could be trying to. I tried to figure out where the DLC area could be, with flying around quite a bit, as you see. I'm a bit distracted here, chat. Sorry for that. We watched the trailer. I wouldn't say in a moment again, but also we will watch it again. Well, I watched it 2 times already. I watched it even more than 2 times, but I'm just curious where we are. But what I find interesting though, and it's completely unrelated to the trailer, is this Farum Azula detail. Like, it seems Farum Azula is not on the map. Isn't the DLC inside of the Erdtree? No, like this thing? Why would it be inside? Isn't that a bit too small? Like, let's switch to the trailer really quick. When we switch to the trailer, you see this shot here. I would assume this place here in particular is when the Erdtree is destroyed already and it's slowly crumbling a bit. That would be my interpretation of it. And you need like an area like this that is not Leyndell, or it's a parallel dimension, something like this. Like it's a new map, it's basically in parallel what is going on. From like the trailer perspective. But it seems relatively close to the Erdtree. Like, close to the Erdtree is always below it or something. Yeah, I mean, it could be really a parallel dimension, you're right. You see also this veil here, it seems like that it's a shadow, so this is a place that is uncovered or something like this. They're not uncovered, obscured is a word, I think, from the reality of the other realm or something like that. I don't know. Because we're talking still about Elden Ring. But this is too... This would be too close. Here's a fire giant, right? Always hit the wrong button, chat, I'm sorry. Yeah, over there's a fire giant. Flame P. Do we get invaded when we get to the church? Here's the invader, I think. Oh, it's the invader be the invader. I don't want to have... Because if we get invaded, I get off my horse. I don't want that. But yeah. I mean, there's a lot of ocean around this. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. We triggered the fire giant fight. An idiot chat. No collision. Did not expect that, to be honest. But now this area here is at least loaded. We have to be careful a bit because there is some... Fine that we've started the fire giant fight. I'm not sure if I can rest them here. Oh, I know. You know why I lost my horse? Because this area is maybe a no horse area. Can't remember. Oh, it must be due to the game speed. That's actually funny. Did Melina show up here? We could talk to Melina. It's funny. Unfortunately, the boss fight is still there. Question is, where are we if I quit begin? Let the fire giant be a fire giant. That's actually strange. But I can warp there. Did you watch the trailer? Yes, I watched the trailer. We watched it here already. I'm just curious why, if I quit out, the game always teleports us somewhere else. Like, that is a strange detail. I'm currently trying to see or figure out where this is. Someone during the live release said it looked like roots, but I don't see it. Yeah, I also don't see it. This is interesting. The game does not want us to be there. I mean, it makes sense because on paper we can't be there yet. Very interesting. But so, yeah, I don't know what your guesses are, chat. Well, like, let's imagine it's a physical, like, it's just speculation, of course. But let's just imagine it is, maybe we need the map here really quick. Where is... 2 is the correct one. So I need, no, first I need my horse. Because my horse is amazing. You know the song. 5. 0. So this area here in particular, this is a sea, this is a second church. There isn't much space here. It could be maybe somewhere down, but then we would see this gigantic soup. I think that's the biggest problem. Like, if we switch back to the trailer shot, you don't see the giant soup ball, do you? Bowl. So maybe the parallel dimension theory is what it is.
In that forsaken...
Like, I think it's very tough to make an argument for this place here without having a mountain right next to it. Like, this vista doesn't fully work from this angle, chat. Like, you need basically a place where the soup ball is not in the view for this, if it's a physical location, all things considered. So, I think north of the mountaintop can't be the thing. Let me just get to... Is this 2? Yes, this is 2. We just have to figure out the... Let's get the map really quick, chat. I think here's the map pose. Get on the horse. 6, get up. I forgot to activate to get the gravity back on. 5. I mean, it's Shadow of the Erdtree, so it sounds like it's like from the title, it sounds a bit like it's in the shadow of that Erdtree. Oh, I forgot to switch the scenes. I'm sorry. Well, it doesn't make too much of a difference. Like this place here, we have no gravity. Put this off. Horse. Gravity. No gravity. And now the gravity is on for the horse as well. We can fly around a bit. And there's the gigantic soup ball. This here wouldn't work because now we have at least a little bit better view of the area. Not sure if there's a button to get all the map fragments. Usually you don't need that. Raise that spawn item. Map. Now here you have all the map pieces. Okay, they're not a fan of adding us map stuff. Whatever. Yeah, I don't know, Chad. Like, this area is too snowy for it. It looks too cold. Doesn't fit. So, like, yeah, there's this one marker I have that somewhere. Where is one? Yeah, this is the one marker. I mean, that could be a possibility. Yeah, I think that would work. So, if we go down here a bit, you see this also from Farum Azula, I think. It's far too high. Oh, this is still snow area. Funny. I mean, the one problem would be this tower here on the way. This is Kaled over there. But you see this thing here. Like, here's this gigantic sea, or whatever you want to call this, with this waterfall. I could imagine that they maybe do something with the Erdtree from here. Maybe expand this area in this direction. Like, they have enough space here. It's not like they don't have the space. You could see some towers on it, but I think it might need some work. Chat, do you know if this tower here is accessible? Why do you know this by any chance? Fortunately, don't have the map unlocked. I think you can warp here, right? The problem is I can't check it out. The tower is not loaded. I think if I land on it, the tower won't load, so that's a problem for us. So looking at the trailer, like, just imagine they would end a secret land or something like that here on this screen here. Would this kind of work? The problem is with this, we should see some stuff next to the Erdtree. I mean, we kind of do. I could just look up in the map, right? Yeah, this is the isolated Divine Tower. I forgot how to enter it, to be honest, but there's, I think, a way gate here. It's a Melanius Tower. It's a waygate at the bridge at the Lyondale Capital. Yeah, this waygate here inside that allows you to get this. In the other tower of Mok, you get through the sealed tunnel, I think. There's an exit there. The Melanius Tower, they can't just remove Melanius Tower, unfortunately. And now looking at the map here. The problem is I can't get too close because then we're on K-lit already. This here is the K-lit stuff. I see, I just go through the tower here. It's not loaded. I think you only, for this tower to load, you would need to do differently. What is interesting though is that over there, oh, we have the map with Farum Azula actually. Like what I also think is that Farum Azula is not loaded in when you're not playing. But Farum Azula is also very far out, to be fair. Maybe you can like if it's a physical location and it's maybe here somewhere around the ocean. And the problem is it has to be here like this. You don't see the soup ball from here though. But you see kind of the rest. If we just look at the trailer scene here again, like the tree looks so isolated here. You don't see like a gigantic thing behind it. I mean, in theory, it could have the same height as the snow region, so then it would maybe work better from that perspective. But I think more and more, like looking at the perspectives that you have available for, like considering that this would be a physical location, I think more and more speaks for this, like here Melania's tower is simply in the way. Also, I just want to check Farum Azula really quick, because I'm curious how it's programmed internally. It seems Farum Azula is never loaded into the game. It could be really a Farum Azula case, where this is also a different place, secret in time or whatever. But yeah, on paper, we should be in Farum Azula right now, but you see we are not. It's not loading. Even if I get up really, really high. You don't see the storms and stuff. I mean, the problem is a bit with the Erdtree. Like, if we go back to the trailer here for a moment. The problem is it looks, just from the distance, it looks too close. That it could be... that it could be, that we could be that far away. I mean, there's some stuff in front of it, but like I said, it looks... on another side note too isolated. Very interesting. So I think it might really be a parallel dimension. Oops. I mean, this is... I mean, close with the Erdtree is always like a relative term. Problem is a bit getting to these positions is a bit tough. So maybe let's go to Kaled really quick. Really quick, let's teleport there. And hope that the stupid giant is not shooting us out of the air. My mistake. I mean, from this perspective, I mean, they could just fill the land between Caelid and the tree. That would also be a possibility. This here should be the Caelid. No, that is actually the Godric Tower. Do we have some space here? Here it's just ocean and so on. That's... but now considering it, we are now already in Caelid and it still seems far away. So maybe new idea. Like I feel if it's a physical land. I mean, at some point, I assume the cliffs right next to it kind of vanish at some point. That would not surprise me too much. We're now entering Limgrave, right? Yeah, that's Limgrave. That's on the screen. No, we still see it though. Like here we also see the soup ball. You never get that out of the view. It really could be over either. I mean, it might be possible that it's over there. I can't imagine that they just add another big thing, but it really looks like it's a parallel dimension thing going on, or whatever you want to call this in Elden Ring. But then like, it's an interesting conclusion you can draw out of this particular screen here. Then, like, first of all, if that is the same tree as this, just the burning variant of it, or the post-burning variant, I would assume. Like now you see it. Then you don't have that many spots on the map. Like, this is relatively far away already. First I thought it would be closer. But just imagine the area, the new area is so big. No, we ran out of Erdtree stuff here. Problem is a bit the time of the day. Where are we? We can just get down and find out. That's funny. Here's actually our friend. No, but that was not even the highest game speed. Cool. Now this distance here roundabout is, I would say, somewhat similar to what we see in the trailer. Yeah, that was not smart, but let's not talk about smartness here. I forgot to press 5. But now also we have better viewing stuff. 5. Fly up. And the problem is always you see the soup ball. You don't see that. It seems like completely removed out of this area. I mean, you can maybe choose an angle where the Erdtree distantly looks like that. Speaking of distantly looks like that, while we are here. Since we meet Shibriri, Oh, that's interesting. Now he's gone here. Funny. Poor guy. Always gets killed by a shibiri. But yeah, here, you still see this soup ball. Here's Stormvale Castle. Here's the starting area, chat. Oops. Button. What do you think, chat? Is this area... Even here, it doesn't really look like it, chat. And we still see the giant soup ball of the giants. Bowl, not ball. I also didn't find the Runny's ring. Kind of interesting. The another one. Yeah, here we have an interesting change. See here the tree, I wouldn't say it looks completely removed, but it looks closer to what we see. And here we see the moon always due to the yeah, the nature of this place here. Well, that's interesting. You have Raya Lucaria. Very interesting, I think. But yeah, more and more, like looking from all the angles, possible angles at this tree, I definitely would make the argument that it is, like, it's relatively far away, all things considered. The problem is, beyond the capital, we have the mountains of the giants. So that doesn't really work. For the tree to look like that. I mean, it could be a land even higher than that. Because this land on paper looks very high. It doesn't look very low where you see a lot of the tree trunk. There's also some stuff obscuring it. It's not like that. But we don't see the classic tree landmarks around it. Which, like the giant soup ball is pretty close to it. So that would definitely speak for the, in my opinion, for the thing here. When there's some places, maybe it is beyond this place here or something here in the ocean somewhere. That would be strange. Here we already get to, I think it's what's this place here up even? In which direction are we now going? This is Volcano Manor. Also an interesting place in this regard. Okay, let's check the Volcano Manor really quick. Volcano Manor's pretty high. Fortunately, it takes forever to get around this particular tree one time. Because it's everything is just so gigantic in this game. Here's the Starfawn Beast thing. And then there's also ocean. Over there's already the mountaintops thing. There's a giant soup ball. Here's this windmill village. I mean, that's also a possibility, right? That we're simply in the west. Yeah, that's maybe kind of does a trick. Maybe they expand the area here beyond the volcano manor. We are west. That definitely would also work. Like they put something on here. This here is the... Oh yeah, we forgot there's also somewhere up here there's the Erdtree. There we see the shadow of it. Usually you warp there as well, so I would expect that it's not loaded. At least it exists as a physical location on the map. I mean, here you would have a ton of space. More space than in the north. You can maybe, if you watch from here, you could argue that this gigantic soup bowl is simply out of the image. Let's say we are in the west. But there could be like a secret land past the volcano manor or something. Really difficult to tell, but I would assume this shot here, this establishing shot, tries to tell us, yeah, all of this stuff here is in the DLC. Hard to tell if it goes all the way through the tree itself or not. That is definitely impossible to say, but it's still interesting. It looks very big though, and who knows what is beyond all of that. I just find it very unusual, like I said, that yeah, from this perspective, it kind of works better at this height. Like you also see only the top of the tree. So just from the height, it must be this height. It is very high up already, like Kano Manor height. It's only the mountaintops of the giants would be higher than this. Which maybe we see to the left. Hard to tell. There would need to be a tower somewhere in the background. We see a tower here. Maybe we can go a little bit further down. Could work, chat. What is this wall over there? Is this... Let me just check it real quick. This is Lyondell, the outskirts, right? Yeah, it must be definitely Lyondell. Yeah. It would be funny if this area would be right next to the Erdtree, which we see here. So this area kind of works, in my opinion. This area, there are too many towers here and Khaled is in the way, so that's why this particular view doesn't work. This view always has a soup ball on it, so I would exclude it as well. I think this is potentially the best place, like either here or in the west or here in the northwest, if it is a physical location. So we might see some Lindell stuff there in the background. What is interesting in the trailer? Let's. Oh, you don't. I didn't show it to you. I think I don't. It's complicated sometimes, but yeah. This area doesn't work. Here, Param Azula, maybe, yeah, maybe that could work as well, I guess, kind of. This weird slope here, but then the mountain stuff is not showing up, so this kind of doesn't work. You don't have the mountains here. Interestingly, from this perspective, you don't see this mountain stuff, but you just have to be very high. Then it would work as well. Or they just put something on quite high here, on top of everything else as well. Here, Khaled is in the way, so this doesn't work too well. Else we would need to see Khaled for it, in my opinion. That's the Volcano Manor, okay. So yeah, could be beyond the Volcano Manor somewhere. Which would put us again close to the Erdtree. This would at least kind of allow. The problem is maybe this tree here is in the way then. But whatever. I think though the most likely scenario is definitely the scenario of I'm going to switch the scene again. The most likely thing is definitely the that it's a parallel universe. What is interesting, if you look at this little, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's a little light here at the thing. This might be the entrance in Lindell, so that would be a further indicator, because if I switch here the scenes again, you definitely see here, like imagine it is gone or something in this parallel universe or whatever. Then you would see this entrance here as well. Let me just go down a little bit, see what we can do there. So funny that you can actually do that. Problem is definitely this tree here is not fitting, so that's another indicator for this. We should see some windmills in the background. That is not working, but let's imagine this is not, I don't know, some other obscurity here in the trailer. Let me just look here at the trailer really quick. Like there's a hole in the tree there.
In that forsaken place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows.
It's a bit like Raya Lucaria.
They will never sink.
And I see this place here.
They just happen to be on the losing side of.
This looks like some Erdtree boss. There's the Erdtree. Here we see the Erdtree again. It's kind of crumbled. Yeah, I find interesting that this guy consists of multiple guys standing on each other, which I find funny. Could be some grafted stuff again.
Mother,
Here we have
would
the Impaler,
truly lordship sanction
Mesmer, whatever his name was.
bereft
That's in the description.
of light?
The statue also said it. I also like the kicking stuff.
I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikola is doing here.
Oh, here, yeah, that's interesting. Here you actually see... Okay, it must be a parallel universe then. Because this, here in the background we see the Erdtree, I assume.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Mesmer's flame.
It's interesting that this guy also has red hair. That means he must be maybe a child of yet another child of Radagon.
Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
That was the trailer again. Here, this is Radagon, I think. Radagon Mikola. Yeah, here we have the Erdtree again. Or maybe it's a completely different tree, not the Erdtree. It says Erdtree, and I think the Erdtree is this big tree, right? Lore-wise. Minor Erdtrees. Yeah, they're minor Erdtrees. I mean, like usually when the game talks about the Erdtree, I feel it means a big one. Here in the background we see. Here on this artwork, by the way, we also see this guy who might be the main antagonist or main boss of this particular DLC. We see there a tower. We see there's some castle stuff going on. So yeah, it more and more speaks for the Mesmer is his name. Mesmer the Impaler. Does not represent final quality of the product. Funny.
Radiant, he wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying.
I think I'm not sure if they talk about Mikola or this other dude and what Mikola's role is. Wait, Mikola? Maybe Mesmer is Mikola? Like, there's a theory, of course, as well, as somebody wrote in the trailer here. The guy in the trailer think is Mikola. Because Melania also has red hair. He also has to have red hair. So maybe you're right. Maybe that is actually Mikola, but he would have a new physical form. Okay, let's look at that again. Let's also look at something else. Rani. Yeah, Radan is born son of that. Okay, right. Like due to the snake, it could also be related to Rykard because Rykard also is related. Like Rani, Rykard, and Radan are all offspring of Renala and Radagon, and they, as a result, they have red hair. So and a lot of these guys have red hair for reasons. Let's look at this here again. I think too much speaks for parallel dimension, or this is a different tree or something like that.
In that forsaken place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. The Erdtree faithful.
I assume this guy here, we have this one dude with the sword in his head and him trying to pull it out. The woman next to him reminds me a bit of Fia, to be honest, but that could be just the hood or something. Speaking of Death's bad companion. This looks like another legacy dungeon.
They just happen to be on the losing side of a war. They were never saints. They just happen to be on the losing side of a war.
Mother.
He talks about mother. Would thou truly lordship sanction?
Wouldst thou truly lordship sanction? In ones.
So bereft of light. Yeah, maybe that's a like. There's an interesting point in that this might be actually Mikola, or a new form of Mikola. First of all, the red hair. Mikola also must have red hair, same as Melania. And further, also, it must be considered like he has this closed eye as well as some of the other Empyreans, and he has the snake stuff going on though. That's the only thing that puts me a little bit off. I think it could be like then mother would be Renala though, right? No, Melania's mother is Marika. This is the Marika. Yeah, my mistake, chat. Do they have another sibling, chat? Melania? Mikola are siblings. Redan, Rykard, Rani. Like, the snake stuff puts me more towards Rykard, and they... Like, Rani... Like, we know Rani the Witch, but Rani the Witch is a puppet, resembling the, what's it called, chat? Resembling the, other stuff. You know what I mean? The Snow Witch, or whatever she was called. Can't look at this without screwing up the screen. Interesting. Yeah, so Radagon and Marika, who are both the same, basically. They have 2 siblings. It's Melania and Mikola. Marika. Godfrey. Have Godwin and Godric as child. As child. So there's 2 missing. Marika and Godfrey, I think, also had Mock and what's the other game? Morgoth. Also interesting, I didn't know that Malikes is the half-brother or something like that of Marika. Don't ask me. Not sure why I stated so. Half-brother. So Malikes is the half-brother of Marika. That is interesting. I did not know that. Or whatever, it doesn't matter for this particular case. He has red hair. Red hair usually stands for somebody being related to Radagon. This must be Radagon offspring. The snake. Like, he also has a snake symbol on his head, and also, like, if we see the combat footage of this guy, he also has like 2 snakes with him. So it reminds me a bit of Rykard in this regard.
I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikola is doing here.
Yeah, this is one of the few shots we see here. Let me just... This place here, I don't know. Could that be in the other world? This dancing woman here, don't ask me. But here we see like the foot of the Erdtree. Like, this looks very different from what we usually expect from the Erdtree. So it must be really a parallel dimension. Yeah, this guy on the... This is, I think, the guy on the portrait. I'm not sure what's going on here with this guy exactly. It looks disgusting, to be honest.
Of gold, shadow, death, in the embrace of restless flame.
See, he has 2 red snakes. Maybe it's a combination of 2 gods. Oh, it would be strange, though.
Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet. Come now,
race of gold shadow
All meet death.
death.
Like he also has this blood fire stuff going on, so this would also speak for Mikula, because Mikula got this, let's call it, union with Mog, and Mog, he wanted to make a new dynasty under this blood fire outer god thing, whatever that was.
Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind.
On the other side, if you look at this, maybe it's like, maybe this is like poison fire or whatever. Then this would speak again for like offspring of maybe Rykit or
I
something.
will not be far behind. May we meet again.
I don't know. Really hard to tell. And there's another shot here with of Mikula at the end. Like we know from that Mikula has this what do you call it, braided hair or something? I'm very curious what's going on with this guy here. On the other side, Mikula is known to be like you also see the snakes here, that's symbols on this artwork. Mikula though seems to be also like a craftsman, like he crafts stuff. And you see the snake brown thing he has and so on. There's also a weapon here. Not sure what this means exactly. Is it a dragon or something? I don't know, chat. We will find out when the game comes out, but it is kind of interesting, to be honest.
Love to shrive clean the hearts of men.
I assume also a lot of people assume that this is the way how to enter the DLC through the after the mock fight. Because that's where the body of Mikula is. Maybe it's just a reference. I mean, it would be a bit unfortunate to lock the DLC behind the tough boss or so. I don't know if FromSoft will do that, but I mean, they could. The other like the later DLC policy was a lot easier to get into the DLCs. Only the first DLC is really complicated to get into. Because Mok is like a very optional boss. Some would even say secret. I mean, the form of his tree here also looks a bit different from what the tree usually looks. So maybe that's a separate tree like the Halleck tree. I mean, that is also a possibility that it's the Halleck tree. But it says Shadow of the Erdtree, so I would assume it's like a shadow parallel dimension. You see these veils coming there from the Erdtree. It's maybe what shows that this area that lies in the shadow of this tree is kind of covered, if that makes sense, in things. Like obscured from the other reality, kind of bent or whatever. They also tell us this is a forsaken place. Here's also a rune. Is this a... First I thought this here would be a rune, but maybe that is his weapon. Maybe this is like an axe or a halberd or something like that. I know.
In that forsaken place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. The Erdtree faithful.
Yeah, here, this is the guy with the thing in his head. He has the same, what do you call it, not talisman, but yeah, this particular thing. You see this with the later dudes there as well. That's definitely a connection.
They will never say.
An interesting detail here. Like, we have this lava thing going on. Definitely reminiscent of some of the lava places. And the volcano manor is definitely a lava place. So, speculating about it being where the volcano manor is.
They just happen to be on the losing side of a war.
Definitely a possibility. This guy here. Funny looking.
father, wouldst thou truly lordship sanction?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You know what? There's another thing that speaks for this guy being like that. Flashius might be right there. That this is really Mikola. Like, look at his hands. Like, if you look at the hand, like, it's relatively long arms and relatively big hand. Like, this hand here distantly looks similar, you know what I mean? It's a relatively long arm. It's not as... it's relatively slender. There are also long fingers and so on. Kind of fitting to... how this other dude here... maybe comes up in a moment. What that was. If he would have still his ring on his finger, that would be an... yeah. This is Mikola, 100%. He has a ring on his finger, chat. Okay. Slashios, you're absolutely right, man. In case you're still listening. Took us 2 hours to figure that out, but I believe it's all 2 hours of it.
Wouldst thou truly lordship sanction?
Then this is 100% Mikola. I didn't notice this except for this other scene.
Bereft of light.
Oh, the bot just thought you posted the link. Oh, sorry, slash yes. You missed a space between confusing and well, and the bot thought you posted a link because the bot is stupid. Don't worry about that. That's just yeah, the cloud bot doing weird things. Is this Roderica, by the way? I mean, it could be the player or something. Wait, she is blonde? He has usually a red hood, though, instead of the blue. We have the blue. Maybe it's a player. I mean, it's a possibility as well. Maybe that's the red... What does the red hood of Roderica say? The blue hood. Roderica. Crimson hood. What is the other hood thing? Noble set. The navy hood. A hooded cloak of deep navy worn by expatriated reality. That means, yeah, they are kicked out. Increases mind. Such cloaks were gifted to those who departed on missions to faraway lands, from which they would never return. But what choice did they have, having seen the guidance of grace? Interesting. What did we just miss? Yeah, this kick stuff looks pretty cool, to be honest.
I presume you, too, are keen to know. Just
The gladiator or something? No, gladiator looks different. I'm sure that's a spell also. This dude here. The face is a bit of Elden Beast. This thing here reminds me of Kos. You know what I mean? From Bloodborne.
Those stripped.
Not sure if he's through it. And this is a guy from the portrait where I assume it's Fear standing next to him. Looks disgusting.
Of the grace of gold shall
Or do you mean another outer... okay, we have the Elden Beast as outer god fight. But yeah, this guy here must be Mikola.
death in the embrace of Vesmer's flame.
Come.
He calls himself Mesmer now. But you see, he has a ring here around his finger. That is the wedding ring here from the beginning. See, that is a ring. The only strange thing, this is a right arm.
Grace of gold shadow.
And this is his left arm. That's the only strange thing here. The inconsistency, right? Like the ring should be on the other hand.
Death in the embrace of Vesmer's flame.
But here you see the ring. Not sure if we have a... If I get the subtitles away, you see here the ring for sure. But it's the left arm, not the right as in the other picture.
Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Yeah, usually Mikola looks like this here. I think it's kind of a new form of Mikola. Like it's not maybe from his being, because in the thing here we can also read it was to this land that Mikola departed, divesting himself of his flesh, his strength, his lineage, of all things golden. And this dude here also wants to destroy all the, like he says something, death to all golden things, something like that.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shadow death.
Okay, he said the opposite of what I just said. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame, like this, those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death. Well, okay, it's not. I said it's not all those. Okay, maybe I'm wrong, but whatever.
Death.
Maybe there are two Mikolas here. But in theory, Mikola could have red hair. Let's put it that way. But it's kind of strange that he has also this ring on his hand. Like
Come now. Touch the wither
there must be some connection. Maybe it's the mirror version of him. That's why it's on the wrong hand or whatever.
arm. And travel to the realm of shadow.
Because as said this here in the beginning, like here the ring, we also see a ring. Maybe it looks a bit different though, to be fair, but it's kind of an interesting coincidence that the arm form looks very similar and so on. Like there are definitely some similarities between them. Like it's a very long arm. It has a ring, though this is, as if I see this right, it could be completely wrong. No. Yeah. It's there. The thumb is to the to this side, means it is the right arm. Speaking of right arm.
There is nothing.
Yeah, here we see he has a ring as well. I mean, the ring looks different, but whatever. Here we see that this is definitely Mikola. There's also the right hand. No ring though. Kind of interesting. I mean, considering that there's snake stuff going on, it could also be something to do with Rykard, but what do I know? Bonus gesture ring of Mikola. The gesture ring of Mikola? It also talks about the ring. But yeah, here we see the ring also on his finger, so there seems to be some stuff going on with his ring. The snake stuff, though, hints more in the direction of Rykard, of course, in my opinion. And Rykard... I'm not sure if Rykard had red hair, chat. Could be. And what's also very noteworthy is that...
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Vesmer's flame.
That here he has also like Melina, like Runny and so on. They have a closed eye. Of interesting. I feel like the arms are kind of fitting for the arm that is looking out of the cocoon.
Touch the
But
withered arm
what?
and
And he also uses fire like
travel
Mok.
to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind.
Could be this blood fire
May
thing.
we meet again.
I don't know. And there's a lot of parallels to Mok and Mikola, even though they are not perfect. Elden Ring intro. Actually, an interesting detail here.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
This was Marika? Maybe? Or this Mikola?
The great Elden Ring was shattered. The fog
It is Marika.
And in the night to be found black knight.
This is
Godwyn the Golden.
Godwyn. Rani?
Soon, Marika's offspring, demigod of the Elden Ring, claimed the shards.
This is
of the
Mog.
Elden Ring.
Not sure who he's killing there. This is Mikola. And Mog. So this is where we know that Mikola has golden hair or white, blonde, whatever, but not red hair. What is going on here? What is he holding? Are these the legs of Mikola? Proportions seem very unusual here in this.
Newfound strength.
Yeah, here we can't see the hair color of this dude in particular, but this is Rykard. And this is the serpent devouring Rykard. He also does not seem to have red hair, maybe. Are these hairs, I assume? I don't know, chat.
Triggered the shattering.
Let me just Google Rykard Elden Ring. Rykard Elden Ring portrait. There's a portrait or something for him in the game. I don't really see his hair color. Hard to tell. But it would fit this snake theme of this guy.
A war from which no lord arose. A war
Who might this here be?
from which no lord arose.
Blade? Blade?
A war.
However it's pronounced.
Leading to abandonment by the greater will.
Melania and Redan.
Oh,
Is this Mikola? Or is this...
Rise now.
this?
Oh, ye tarnished, ye dead, who yet live.
No, that is Marika, right?
The call of long lost grace speaks
Maybe.
to us all.
This is Horalu.
Horalu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear,
He also has blonde hair. Interesting.
deathbed companion, a loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Othniel, the all-knowing.
And then here the stuff starts. Like we had this cinematic trailer here from E3. Remember when E3 was a thing? Oh, times have changed. Here we see a person hammering. That was kind of a big reveal back in the day, that George R. Martin is... I'm not sure if it was revealed here, or if it was already an article mentioning him.
I doubt you could even imagine it.
This might be Godric? Yeah.
That which commanded the stars,
Why does it sound so bad?
giving life its fullest brilliance. The Elden Ring. Oh, Elden Ring.
Vania? This is Radagon, I think.
Shattered
Hammer.
by someone or something. By someone.
Who's that dude? Is this a... What? Who's this guy? Is this a Rod Knight or something?
Don't tell me you don't see.
This is now Marika, not Radagon, interestingly.
Look up at the sky. It burns.
And this is now... I don't know. I would not think that this is... I mean, it makes most sense if it's Marika / Radagon. You kind of also see that the hair color changes consistently. An interesting cutscene that we get here from the E3 stuff, but yeah, I don't know, chat. So much to speculate about. My lore knowledge is also not that great, to be honest, but it's still interesting to speculate a little bit. Maybe I can come up with something more coherent at some point. I think we looked at like for 2 hours at this trailer already.
Pure and radiant, he wields love to shrive clean the hearts of men. There is nothing more terrifying. In that forsaken place, blood must spill. That forsaken place, blood
Who might this person be?
must spill.
Oh, this one here. Like this looks like, I don't know, some place in the, like some Area Manor or Ralocaria or something like this.
The Erdtree faithful.
Maybe it's like a parallel version of that, I don't know. This is interesting, like, I don't know.
They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war.
It's such a strange thing, like, it has this misbegotten tease here, that you often see, but then you also have the line. Like there's a misbegotten inside one thing, and has these omen horns. It's such a weird thing. I assume also something grafted. Very interesting design. But yeah, here in this scene we see the stupid ring again. It also looks a bit different depending on which image you look at it. Here it has like a stone or something. It looks like the wedding ring, and the hands are so similar to the hands looking out of this cocoon. It's so unusual. And it says mother. Like if it would be Rykard offspring, mother would be Renala. But I assume he addresses Marika.
Wouldst thou truly lordships?
We have this weird shadow fire thing, I don't know. I mean, to be fair, also the Rykard thing has fire stuff going on. Just very strange. And they have these Empyrean eyes. Mikula was also an Empyrean. Some of the other Empyreans. Like the speculation is that, I mean, it could also be, I don't know, something completely unrelated. Like Ranni has this, like a mentor of Ranni was this witch, the old witch, Snow Witch, whatever she was called. And Ranni's puppet appearance is looking like this witch, but Ranni herself had red hair originally and was looking quite different. I think you can see this. Let me just see. Ranni corpse. Not sure if you can even see it there. But the Ranni we know from the game looks different than I think Ranni original looked. Yeah, I found an image where you can somewhat see it. Here you see she has potentially also had red hair. That's Ranni's corpse. In case people wonder. And yeah, the Snow Witch and Melina also have this one closed eye. And some speculate that Melina might also be an Empyrean or something like that.
Of light.
I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikula is doing here.
Those stripped of the grace of
Now this dude is definitely the guy from the portrait at the beginning. Like look at this thing here, this medallion or whatever you call this. And then at the beginning, I don't know where it was.
Place.
Yeah, this guy. Same medallion. So I assume this is Fear. So who knows?
grace of gold, shadow, death, in the embrace of Vestment's flame.
Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
I mean, it could also be something like a mirror universe of the other place kind of thing. You know what I mean? At least in parts. So maybe Mikula, like we see him here, is there twice, if that makes sense. At least I assume this is Mikkel. I mean, it could also be Marika or something. Who knows? Maybe Mikkel exists here and the other dude as well. I don't know, chat. So a lot of stuff to speculate. Curious what some other guys on the internet will figure out over time. That's kind of my my take on this here. I think we put in more than enough time analyzing this as good as I could with my limited knowledge. Here we see the Erdtree being relatively close again. Yeah, this really seems like a parallel universe kind of thing. Except this place here would be leftovers of Lyondell or so. Not sure who this dude here is.
In that forsaken place, blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. The Erdtree faithful.
Erdtree faithful, that guy is.
They were never saints. They just happened to be on the
It also looks pretty cool.
side of a wall.
Looks annoying to fight though. Not gonna lie. Like this thing here, because of the omen stuff and the foot. Like this could be Margit or Morgoth. So maybe this guy is grafted out of Morgoth's body and now combined with Sarosh's face, like the Horaloo thing. And then some other stuff is put into it as well. It's also why this guy has like some jumps and moves around and I don't know. Maybe that's, I don't know, Godric's new form or whatever. He got grafted again or whatever.
Wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so bereft of light?
I presume you, too, are keen to know just what kind Mikkeller is doing here.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace of Lesmer's flame.
Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow.
Here she says also an interesting line. Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. So it's a new realm that kind of indicates that it's potentially a parallel universe thing. Maybe a mirror universe. The withered arm is the arm of Mikkeller. So that seems to be really the entrance.
May we meet again. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
The question is, who is this woman telling that? Is this, I don't know, Melina again? No, Melina had a different voice. I don't know, chat. Very interesting. So, I don't know, maybe it's some
16.
strange, different version of it. But I'm repeating myself, chat. I'm sorry for repeating myself so much, for being a bit incoherent in my mind here as well. But yeah, that is kind of my thoughts on this. I have to maybe let this set for a moment. Settle, you know what I mean, chat. Because yeah, it's a lot to analyze, to think about, maybe see some references and parallels. But I think we got a few cool, interesting ideas and hints, and theories maybe and arguments for certain theories, which could all be completely wrong. Keep this in mind, just speculation here. And it's fun though to speculate, I think, a little bit. I like how Square Wunder says it. It's maybe some like a reverse Erdtree. Like that could really be the case. Like like in Star Trek, the mirror universe, something like that.
In the hearts of men, he wields.
First I thought this is maybe the player, but I assume this is not the player. This is maybe the
love
woman that
strive
talked to
clean
us.
in the hearts of men.
I'm not sure though where the woman might be. Maybe that's the sister of Roderica or something. I don't know.
Blood of your fellows. Blood of your.
Oh, now I get who this might here be. This is a player, I think, chat. This is, I assume, where you wake up when you are in the other realm. Because here we see this person that looks very similar to that there. See, this is a helmet. We never see the face of the player. This must be the player because he writes on torrent. Fortunately, we never see the player from the front side.
In that
I think this is a woman, I would assume.
forsaken place. Blood must spill.
So yeah, this could be the
Blood of
player.
your-
Are the other shoulders fitting?
Blood
Hard to see the shoulders right now here.
must spill. In that forsaken place. Blood must spill. Blood of your fellows. The Erdtree faithful.
They were never saints. They just happened to be.
By the way, this dude here. First I thought, who could this be? This is, I think, this is one class with this iron mask. The starting class, you know what I mean? Like this is this iron helmet. Potentially also the player.
They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war.
This is again the player. Maybe we can see it here a bit better.
They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war.
Nah. That's, I think, just a standard outfit. It's not the hair. There are different versions of the player. I assume it's also the player. Yeah, here we see the vagabond outfit.
Mother. Wouldst thou truly lordship sanction in one so
In
lordship
little
sanction
detail in the background. There's a statue. Maybe that's has something to do with him.
so bereft of light?
Yeah, here we see the player again with the hair helmet. What how it was called.
So bereft of light.
It's a different. It's not the masks though that we see there. So no, my theory might be wrong there. I mean, usually we don't see NPCs casting stuff.
I presume you, too, are keen to know
But maybe also the player.
just what kind Mykola is doing here.
But he looks a lot like Roderica. It's a samurai starting class. We see a lot of starting classes here, which is kind of interesting to see. It's also a starting class.
Those stripped of the grace of gold shall all meet death in the embrace
Come now, touch the withered arm and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
Well, and yeah, the last bit piece of information is of course the release date, 21st of June, like 21st of June. That is in 4 months. That's definitely far away. There's a collector's edition for it. There's a pre-order bonus for it. You get a gesture. Oh. Comes to Xbox, PlayStation 5. It also comes to PlayStation 4, interestingly. It also says only Xbox. So that's also an interesting detail. Because, of course, Elden Ring is available on the PlayStation 4 as well. So you have it there as well. Elden Ring, looking for a hardcover art book. The Impaler. Interesting name, but yeah, okay. So now we watched the trailer 10 times or something. I hope that's enough. I'm streaming just far too long and hope that people, as said, kind of found this distantly at least interesting. If that is the case, let me know in the comments and so on. Press the like button, maybe subscribe and stuff for more Elden Ring content. Still have to do my Placido Sex level 1 no damage taken thing that I recently, or a few weeks ago, kind of not connected, but completed. That's the word I was looking for. And yeah, maybe commenting a bit, giving us a few hints how I kind of did that, what I learned from that. Maybe it helps other players out. Because I think Elden Ring might rise in popularity again now that the DLC is announced. And yeah, we also did a lot of preparation. We will continue and finish the level 1 run, the randomizer Fog8 item enemy randomizer run later. Not today, not now though, because I really need to rest a bit. But yeah, something like that. And there will be more Elden Ring content, maybe also some other stuff. I might make this mess of a stream here in a dedicated video where I maybe share my thoughts in it, theorize a little bit. That's maybe a bit more condensed, but I really need to do the research here, which we, I guess, kind of did live. I look also online a bit more at Reddit and other people. I'm curious what Nvidia and so on have to say about this particular video here, who potentially have a lot more knowledge about lore than I have. So yeah, it's complicated. It seems like a lot of potential speculation theories. It's kind of strange that this arm is the wrong arm for the ring, and we later see a ring again, which also looks a bit different depending on where you look at it, but still, it's very similar. We also see the runny thing going on. We also give her a ring, which we have to find, and so on and so forth. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to speculate. When it comes to the location, just to summarize it here again, I also, like, looking at the stuff, it is too, like, we are close to the Erdtree. That simply doesn't work, except they built another place right next to Lionel. That would be strange though, I think. So I would assume it's like a really parallel universe. If, though, it is a real world existing place, it might have to do with this area here. I felt like this is potentially the closest thing you can get into to make this kind of work. But yeah, whatever, chat. I would say thank you again for watching. yet again. A lot of streaming going on here. And I'm very happy to finally have seen the stuff. Yes, read about all the speculation, because I always like theory crafting and stuff like that. So curious what people will come up with in the future, in the near future. That will be very interesting to know. Let me know your theories here as well on some channels that exist here, and like on the YouTube comments or stuff like that. Feel free to post it there. That's potentially... I think I did not forget anything. So thank you for watching, and see you people next time. Goodbye.